The COVID Diaries. Part 2. This is my story of my experience getting COVID-19. So I am writing this daily diary, which hopefully turns out to be light-hearted. Back to the story. Wednesday. I won't lie to you wonderful people, I am writing this diary entry on Thursday. Wednesday was just the worst day. I did not know whether I was coming or going. The whole day was like a dream. A bad dream. The kind of dream that if it was a real day, you would just say, hold up, fuck this. I'm outta here. Tuesday night, I slept okay, not the best, but not the worst either. But then, at around 9 p.m., it started. The chest had been invaded, and felt like it was losing the bloody battle. The coughing started, and the chest pain was not something that I signed up for. Wednesday. Backstory time. Now, I suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, and have for years, but we have had it under control recently, with no major flare-ups. That was, until that night. I thought that I was going to fly away. The thing I had really been dreading had happened. I was full of gas. The stomach cramps were so intense, I was almost in tears. There was no chance I was getting any sleep. The couch and the downstairs toilet became my best friend, lol. Time to count the bog rolls. I can laugh now, but as I said earlier, from Sunday night, the floodgates had already buckled under some less major pressure, so, you can imagine the state I'm in at this point. It's not the best. The river of blood was like a satanic sacrifice in my toilet. I hope you're not listening to this while you're eating. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh yes, we watched Frozen 2. The fucking feel-good afternoon matinees are most certainly here. Thursday. I managed to fall asleep for an hour or two in the morning, but once again, that's when the fun started. I spent the rest of the day, as I remember it, lying on the couch in a fucking daze. Am I hot? Am I cold? I lay there, sweating 1 minute, freezing the next. My feet felt like blocks of ice, and along with this headache, and the coughing, I felt really low. Staring out of the window, I really wanted to leave the house and go to work, so I could bring some money in. I'm self-employed, so no work, no money, and Mr. Johnson and his cronies are not going to bail me out, not when I actually need it. Anyway, for the newly named afternoon matinee, we watched yet another Disney movie. Tinkerbell. Again. Who knew they made that many of these films? I sure fucking didn't. Friday. Well, I managed to sleep better, although my nose was still full and my headache was still being a pulsating bell end, but I actually feel moderately more human. That's not to say I'm fixed, I just feel less like one of George A. Romero's creations, more human, less zombie. You're probably wondering why I have used a computer's voice and not mine, to tell you my story, apart from the fact it's quite amusing. It is purely because of a new thing which has happened. While trying to talk on the phone, I found I had to stop speaking, to catch my breath, with my chest being tight, and my head still being filled with 4 tons of batshit. Means apparently I can no longer keep a flowing conversation going without stopping to catch my breath. This is bullshit. The afternoon matinee is upon us. I got in there first today, as I knew there were still 4 fucking Tinkerbell movies we hadn't watched yet. And it wasn't happening to fucking day. My choice was a Netflix movie. Home Team, a true story of an American football coach. Finally. Well, it's time to hit the hay. I'm rattling like a walking pharmacy. I hope I get a good night's sleep. I bastard doubt it. Thanks for listening. See you in part 3.